Tarotscope. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Okay, Pisces. What is the strongest message that is wanting to come through for you this week? Oh, you have the fishies. That's you. It's a message to really trust in your intuition. You're really tapped into your emotions right now. You're really tapped into your intuition, to your feelings. It's also a message about like going to the depths of your feelings. Have the magnifying glass. It's a message to take a closer look. We are still in Mercury retrograde, so that does make communication a little bit more difficult. We have about another week of it, I think. So in that Mercury retrograde period, it's important not to really take anything at face value. Because it causes a lot of miscommunication, it causes a lot of misunderstandings, and especially when it comes to making any kind of, like stepping into any kind of agreement, signing any kind of contracts, like really make sure that you're looking at, the fine print, looking at the details of everything. For some of you, I feel like you might be moving, or maybe even being offered a different position in your job, or being offered a new job altogether. It's really look at the fine details of everything. Make sure you're not committing yourself. It's like, I feel like if it's any kind of like, it's like, I want to say like your job is offering you something, but there's like strings attached. Like they're going to offer you this position, but you have to agree to stay with the company for so many years or something like that. Give me a little bit more. Oh, this came out in the Taurus reading. These exact two cards, they were just in different positions. There's something that you've been dealing with for a long time, some kind of energy, some kind of like repeated, some kind of pattern or energy that seems to repeat itself a lot in your life, and maybe even in your family as well. Like it's very generational, like it goes down the lines. It's important to really take a look at like where this suffering comes from. It's almost like an energy that you are consistently having to deal with, to the point that it's almost like you've become used to the pain, or you've become used to being in this difficult energy. And so you feel like it's just normal, it's just routine, but it's really weighing heavier on you than you realize. And I feel like this is something that goes back a long way. And like what was coming up in the Taurus reading, if you have Taurus in your chart, or you're connecting to somebody that's a Taurus, you might want to look at that reading. But like if your family, say, within your family there's a lot of addiction problems, or there's a long line of divorce in your family, or a long line of relationships that never work out. It's something that has not just repeated itself in your life, but in your family life as well. And so it's important to really look at that and look at how it's almost like you've been in that energy for so long that it's something that is almost normal. And so it's causing you to have this perception of having to, like, that it's normal to have to suffer through something, or normal to have to deal with pain. And that perception alone is keeping you from manifesting what it is that you want to manifest. Give me one more. You have the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So this might be in relationships in general, the relationships that you've had in your life. It might be, it could even be like the motherly and fatherly role in your life. It could be your perception of relationships. It could be your perception of the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. I feel like also if you've been in a relationship with somebody, it could be that you and this person or this connection has caused a lot of pain, caused a lot of suffering, and it's asking you to take a minute to really look at what is causing that pain, where that pain is coming from, what's causing the difficulties. It's because it's deeper than you think, and I feel like it's almost like if there's a change of perception. And I feel like the perception, like it might be that there's a perception that, like people that have grown up in environments where, I don't want to say like poor, but like people that grew up in families that maybe there wasn't, a lot of money. And the whole family has been like that. So it's like, without even realizing it, you carry this perception that abundance is not available to everybody, and that in order to obtain abundance, you have to, work your ass off your whole life, or that you're kind of stuck being in this one particular, income bracket for your whole life. That, so it's some kind of like long held perception that it's asking you to just take take a deeper look at it and let go of the concept of suffering. Does that make sense? All right. What are we doing? All right, let's see, what is your energy coming into the week? You have the Sun card. Oh, I like that. The Sun card is that energy of success. It's overcoming something difficult. It's gaining a lot of clarity also. Give me one more. And the Queen of Wands. Oh, I like that. That's a lot of fire energy. That's a lot of passion. That's feeling a lot of confidence. We just had that solar eclipse, and that really like brought in this burst of energy. It kind of pushed you to really acknowledge your own power, really acknowledge your own strengths. And like pushed you to get this, like, I'm going to take charge of my life kind of energy. All right, let me keep going and see what comes up. Oh, sorry. I feel like it's almost like you've overcome something difficult, or you're suddenly gaining a lot of clarity either about a situation or your own desires or your own needs. I almost feel like it's making you see where you have kind of held yourself back or you have felt stuck. For some of you, I feel like you've been it's like you've been feeling very stuck or very like blocked off from a situation or something that you're wanting to, something that you've been wanting to manifest. And you've been feeling very stuck, and it's almost like you've been like asking for guidance or, you know, praying for some kind of like sign from your guides or the universe, or just felt like this was like you couldn't get out of this, or you couldn't figure this out, or you couldn't manifest this. But it's almost like you're gaining this sudden clarity on it. You're gaining this sudden spark. You're gaining this confidence. But it's almost like it means that something has to end. Or it's bringing up a lot of regret. Let me keep going and see what comes up. What are your hopes in this situation? Chariot, you're just wanting to move forward. I feel like you're noticing I feel like you're noticing some kind of like negative cycle, or you're noticing something that keeps repeating itself. Or you're noticing that there's a situation that you have been consistently stuck in. And you're really wanting to move out of this stuck energy. All right, so the Knight of Swords and the Tower is your overall energy. Man, this is like very similar to the Taurus reading. Again, if you're connecting to a Taurus, or if you have Taurus in your chart, you might want to check that out. The Knight of Swords with the Tower, this is gaining some kind of new insight or some kind of unexpected information or unexpected communication that just completely changes your perception. For some of you, I honestly feel like there's been something that you've been wanting to manifest. It's something maybe that you've held on to for a long time. You've really wanted to manifest this, but there's something about it that you have felt very stuck. You have felt that there was nothing you could do more to manifest this other than just focusing on manifesting it. And I feel like you've been wanting to manifest this for a long time, to the point where I feel like it's almost like you've just come to almost learned to accept that maybe this is not available, or it's just not available at this time. And it's almost like you've been asking for this, asking for guidance from the universe, praying for, praying to, even maybe praying to let go, whatever it is. It's like you've been trying to manifest this, or trying to manifest guidance, and all of a sudden, like, the guidance and the insight that you need is like being like thrown at you. Like, it's all of a sudden right in your face. You're getting the confirmation that you've wanted. And it's helping you see yourself in a different light. It's almost like it's giving you this boost of strength and this boost of confidence. But at the same time, it's almost like you feel like this guidance came in at a very difficult time. Or you're seeing that it means that there's something that has to be let go. There's something that you have to walk away from. And I feel like whatever that is, you worry that it's going to cause a lot of conflict. You worry, about how other people might perceive you. Or you worry if you begin to pursue this and it doesn't pan out, that you'll be a failure. Whatever insight that you have received, and this is this solar eclipse and new moon that we've just had, I think on the 10th. It's really like challenge. It came in, and the energy was like really challenging your own belief systems, how you see yourself. So it is an energy that really kind of, any kind of barriers that have been in your way, anything that has been blocking you from seeing the possibilities, or, anything that's been like a stuck energy in your life, the eclipse really made all of that very clear. Like it's helping out you to see like everything that's blocking you. It's helping you see the changes that need to be made. And so I do feel like you've gotten some kind of insight. It might have even been that you've gotten some kind of communication from somebody. It's almost like that you weren't prepared for. It's like you applied for a job that you didn't think that you were going to get, but it's a job that you really, really wanted, and you didn't hear anything from them. And then all of a sudden, 2 months later, here they come, and you suddenly worry whether or not you're actually prepared for this. Whatever kind of insight that you've received, it's almost like you really tapped into like your guides, like that higher guidance system. It's like, and then you're suddenly just continuously getting more and more and more and more messages from your guides. You're going to get a lot of communication this week that's going to just help you gain more and more clarity and have more confidence in, what your path forward is. And you're getting a lot of signs and messages from your guides. It's like you're looking at something and you're saying, okay, this is what I want to manifest. And like everything that you need to move forward, it's like suddenly being dropped in your lap, or you're getting that consistent confirmation from your guides. And for some of you, it's like some kind of communication between you and another person. And the more the communication goes on, the more enlightenment that you're getting, or the more that you're seeing the situation clearly, the more that you're able even to have a lot of peace and comfort in moving forward. I feel like you're in this space where either you're trying to protect yourself from being hurt, or you're worried about hurting somebody else. And even in that sense, I feel like you're going to get some kind of communication or some kind of opportunity that's going to help you ease that fear of being hurt. Give me a little bit more. Is there anything else you need to know about the energy coming towards you this week? It's like your guides are really pushing you to follow your intuition, to follow your heart. And so it's like you're just getting like everything all at once. All these messages, all this guidance, all these dreams even. Yeah, it's like you have this sudden push, this sudden burst of energy, and you really want to move towards this. But the Hierophant, it's like there's some kind of traditional perception or traditional energy that you're worried. So you're worried about upsetting the balance. You're worried about stirring the pot or something like that. But the Two of Swords and the Ten of Cups is a message to really tap into your own emotional space and your own emotional needs and make decisions that fit your emotional needs. Give me one more. You have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, and I also, sorry. There's something that you feel is out of your control, or something that you have felt that you could, like you were trapped to, or you felt that you couldn't do anything about it. And I feel like that's part of whatever this communication or insight is coming to you this week. It's like the blockage is not as bad as you perceive it to be. And also, it's like your intuition tells you one thing and your thought process tells you something completely different. but your thought process is kind of based in this very traditional type of mind space. So just keep that in mind and do what you can to really tap into your own intuition. I know that's easier said than done, but it is as simple as continuously putting your energy and your focus into the present moment. So, you know, when you're feeling anxious about something, when you're not sure what to do, it really is a matter of just taking, you know, spending 5 minutes doing breathing exercises or taking 5 deep breaths and just focus on the present moment. And that's when you can really trust in your intuition. That's when you get that guidance coming in. Not when you're trying to figure it out. You have to allow the insight to flow to you. Again, I know that's easier said than done, but the more you can even just take time every day, 3 times a day, to focus on your, you know, breathing, you know, just focus on taking 5 minutes of deep breaths. Like, that really does have a powerful effect on your energy. The dark lady. Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah. So something is definitely kind of being thrown at you very unexpectedly, and it's really catching you off guard. Or you're just not sure what to do with this energy. And it's almost like you want to hide. You don't want to be seen. The dark lady and the alchemist, like, it's kind of like an energy of somebody who's been going through this dark night of the soul type of energy. It's like you maybe have felt that you've been in this very dark place or this very uncertain place, but that very dark or heavy place has been a very powerful energy for you. And it's really bringing this big shift into your life. It's like a really powerful change. And this is telling you to keep focusing on what you want to manifest moving forward. You're definitely manifesting something higher level. You're manifesting this wish fulfillment that you've been wanting. But it's almost a very spiritual type of energy. It's like that Scorpio energy where you have to like dive into the darkness, dive into your fears, dive into your insecurities. And that's what brings about that really beautiful, beautiful shift. I feel like you've already gone to that dark place. I'm not saying that you have to go there again. But whatever this insight is, this is really, really moving you to a really good space. Just keep your eyes open. Again, try to be in the present moment, because I feel like you're getting more and more communication throughout the week. You're getting more and more guidance. You're getting more and more insight. All right. I love you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye.